What is up, baseball fans? Chris Jardine here, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball, back with another episode of our flagship program this week in Perfect Team. Today is January 20th, 2020, 1/20/2020, as we are on the eve of the 2020 Baseball Hall of Fame announcement, which goes down tomorrow night. I believe it's at 6 p.m. Eastern. I know it was 6 p.m. Eastern last year on the MLB network. We know Jeter is going to get in. The real question is, will Larry Walker sneak in on the 10th and final try? He is trending. It's going to be close. I think with Walker, it could be a matter of a handful of votes that makes the difference for Walker. So we will find out tomorrow. Some people are trending up. Schilling right now is trending up. I don't think he's going to make it. I think he's going to end up. I was saying in the Discord, I think yesterday, that I think Schilling's going to be around 69 or 70% in third place, and then I think Bonds and Clemens will be shortly behind. I don't want to talk about Peter Gammon's ballot, which I hated, but it is what it is. For those wondering what my hat is, it's a Jays hat. It's the Jays Stars and Stripes collection from 2016, 2017. What about the Kent Jeter Vizquel ballot? I tweeted about it. I'm not a fan. But now in the name of full disclosure, chat, not that I have a vote, because I do not have an official vote. But just so you guys know, I did tweet out my very own ballot, and I defended it vigorously. As you can see, if I was a member of the Baseball Writers of America, I would have voted for Bonds, Clemens, Helton, Jeter, Jones, Ramirez, Roland, Schilling, Sosa, and Walker. I took a beating over this ballot, and I defended it until the ends of the earth. Honestly, here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it, chat. And we're going to get into this more. For those of you who don't know, Thursday night, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have our Hall of Fame special, Call to the Hall 2020. Myself, Rich Grisham, Paul Sporer, all going to be here live on twitch.tv/OTP Developments talking. We're going to break all this down. We're going to talk about the swings and the misses and who gets in and who doesn't get in. Here's the thing. I had a hard time with Sosa. I took a beating over Sosa. For me, it's more... here's the thing. In my opinion, if I had to pick a bottom three of my ballot, it would be Helton, Jones, and Helton. Bottom four of my ballot. Sorry, Helton, Jones, Roland, and Sosa. And then the next few would be Kent, Sheffield, Wagner, and Pettit for me. 1 through 15. Like, if you go 7 through 15 on this ballot, honestly, there's not a bad combination. If I would have taken out Sosa and put in Wagner, nobody would have complained. If I would have took out Roland and put in Jeff Kent, nobody would have complained. Like, the back end of this ballot is so crowded. And what that is, in my opinion, the reason why the back end of the ballot is so crowded is because we haven't put Bonds in, we haven't put Clemens in, we haven't put, Schilling in. So those, not those guys lingering, the guys that, in my opinion, again, don't have a ballot, but in my opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame, they're clogging up the back end of the ballot for the guys like Sheffield, like Wagner, like Pettit, who have very compelling Hall of Fame cases, but because the ballot is so crowded with all of the steroids era players, you don't get that clarity on the back half of the ballot like we're used to 5-10 years ago. So it's one of those things. Don't really care about the Hall of Fame here for the PT Con. I'm sorry to have wasted a few minutes of your time. I apologize. But like I said, chat, so make sure you want to talk all about the results in the Hall of Fame. Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here at twitch.tv/OTP Developments again. Myself, Rich, Spore is going to be here. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys caught it last year, it was a great episode. It was one of my favorites. And I'm sure it'll be next week's OOTP podcast as well. Raider, I was trolling you. You actually came pretty close. I think you had 5. I think so. This week's content, guys, for those of you who are living on does Spore play OOTP? Hell yes, he does. He's been playing it a lot more as the season has gone on. I've been popping into a few of his streams as of late. He's been playing it a little bit every now and then. Ah! Nobody saw that. What happened? Ah! Hashtag ruined. No. Rip. I ruined it, chat. So that should be 1-2 over. Right? Sorry, chat. I apologize. I won't edit it. I won't bother. That was one of the ones that a lot of people actually got, actually. No, I'll save that one for end. Some people won't have seen it. A lot of people come in late. Not everybody was looking at the screen. Everyone who happens to be listening on their headphones is like, oh, what did I miss? So before we get started, I do want to address something. Not really specifically, but I do want to address something that came up a couple days ago. For those of you guys who don't know, I spend a lot of time going through the Discord and the forums and the Twitter and whatnot, Facebook, and there's not a whole lot. I try to catch as much of the conversation as I can. I try to catch as much of the conversation as I can. And while I don't always jump in and actively participate in each and every single discussion that is going on, just from a time management perspective, I want you guys to know that there's very little in terms of conversations that I think might have an impact that I don't see. Or that someone on the team doesn't see. And when I do jump into a conversation and give a contrary opinion to what is being discussed, I don't want you guys to think that that I'm invalidating the idea. Basically, what happened was I received some feedback the other day that there was a conversation that had occurred that I had reacted with an opposite opinion, and that was misconstrued by a few people as me not liking the idea. First of all, I am not the person who gets to decide whether an idea is good or bad. And I think the track record that we have built with Out of the Park Baseball and with Perfect Team indicates very clearly that we are listening to your ideas and your feedback and really trying to, I feel like my chat is broken, that we're really trying to build the game that you guys want to play. And again, just because I jump into a conversation, the chat's not working for me. Just because I jump into a conversation and maybe have a different opinion doesn't mean that when I go to the team, I don't start at the very top. I start at the very top and say, hey, this was something that came up, and then we discuss it as a team. And yes, I will say, you know what, this was some of the feedback for it. These were some of what some people were saying. This is what some of the other people were saying. But just because I might have a differing opinion to an idea that you've proposed doesn't mean that it doesn't end up being a good idea and something we're going to implement. Because, not going to lie, I was pretty hurt at what a couple of users said in my general direction. And to be honest, the reason why I wanted to mention it was just because, like I say it every week on this damn show, and I mean it every single time. And it's not cliche. It's not a tagline. It's not fake. Like literally, without you guys, there is no out of the park baseball. There is no perfect team. And, just again today, those of you who missed it, we have taken out 128 team tournaments for the time being to reduce them down to 64 to hopefully get them moving a little better. Again, that was totally something that you guys suggested. So I just want you guys to know, if you happen to see that or get caught up in that, I want you guys to know that, like, just because I may have a bit of a differing opinion, that doesn't mean my opinion doesn't hold any more weight than anybody else's. When I present the ideas to the team, I present them in full. And then as a team, we come together and we decide what things are good and what things are bad and what things we would like to do. Don't ever, bottom line, don't ever think because I jump into a discussion with a different opinion or contrary to what again, don't take that as I don't like your idea. But because some of the best ideas that we've had have started out with people butting heads. People saying, well, I think this and I think this. But you know what? We have a conversation and then we meet somewhere in the middle and it ends up being a great idea. So keep the conversations coming. While Perfect Team 20 is winding down, Perfect Team 21 is well underway in the planning stage. I promise you we have some really super duper amazing stuff that I cannot talk about now. But in the next month or so, when we start having OOTP 21 and Perfect Team 21 discussions, I promise you, you guys are going to be hype. And you guys know when Snaggle J says, the hype is coming, the hype is coming. Now, speaking of bringing the hype that I've already spoiled, the Generations collection is here. Now, if you guys did not see the Generations collection last year, basically we start with a retired player in 2019, and we work all our way back to that card that I accidentally showed a few minutes ago, that we're going to revisit at the very end. We see how far back we can get, and all of the players are linked. All of the players are linked by the year they debuted/retired. When does Road to Release start? We won't be talking about anything 21 until sometime in February. I don't have an exact date just yet, but when we have a stream plan and everything put together, we'll communicate it out. There's gonna be streams and blogs and. So here we go. Let's start it off with our 2019 player. It is peak Brian McCann. Brian McCann hung it up at the end of this season after starting in 2005. Finishes his career with a 2.62, 3.37, 4.52 on the slash line. 282 home runs, 1,018 RBIs, 742 runs scored. Here comes all the predictions in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. And 6 times a Silver Slugger as well. 65 contacts, 73 gap power, 73 power overall. It is kind of like a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, yes. 62 I, 59 avoid Ks. Obviously, a little bit better against righties. A 9-point bump to the contact and the gap power. A 16-point bump to the power overall. A 13-point bump in the I and a 8-point bump in the avoid Ks. 1 second, chat. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. Nobody, I can tell you, so I monitored all of the conversations in the Discord, the speculation. I think the closest anybody got was 5 out of 7. There may have been a 6 out of 7, but I think the closest anybody got was 5. 14 speed, 80 steal, 71 base rate. Hey, McCann, not the fastest guy, but super smart on the base pass. And obviously not super well known. I think it was 5. I think Raider, you were the one who got 5. And not really well known for his defense. So Brian McCann is first up in our Generations collection. So that takes us back to 2005 and takes us back to another catcher. And not going to lie, chat, this guy, I modeled my baseball career behind the plate after this guy. And it is Benito Santiago. 64 contacts, 66 gap power, 74 power overall with the left hand. Dominant on the splits, deceptively fast for a catcher, by the way. 75 speed, obviously that great arm. Everyone remembers Benito Santiago throwing guys out from his knees, one of the first guys to do that regularly. Was active from 1986 to 2005, 287, 307, 415 on the slash, 217 home runs, 920 RBIs, 755 runs scored, and 3 gold gloves for my man, Benny Santiago. Well-traveled. Obviously, he qualifies for my Jays theme team with that stint in Toronto. But yeah, everyone remembers because Benny was really the first guy to peg guys out from his knees at second base. Was one of the first catchers that really threw down to first base behind runners a lot. And obviously the hair early in his career, big hair for Benny Santiago. So Benny Santiago takes us back to 1986. Next up is a guy, a lot of people have a hard time believing we didn't have a peak card for this guy already. But next up is Tony Perez. Cincinnati Reds great Tony Perez. 1964 to 1986, 279, 341, 463 on the slash with 379 home runs, 1,652 RBIs, 2,732 hits, 1,272 runs scored, and 54 wins above replacement. 89 contact, 85 gap power, 84 power overall, and checks in as an 89 gold, so he will meet the threshold for the gold tournaments as well. 57 I, 33 avoid Ks, left hand heavy on the splits with the 95, 99, 93 in the contact gap power combination. Pretty acceptable defense at first base as well. Again, probably going to be a big power bat that people are going to be using at first base or at designated hitter or even on your bench in gold tournaments. Is the entire Big Red Machine now with peaks? I don't think, if we're missing some, I don't think we're missing many. There's a few, but not a whole lot. So Tony Perez peak card gets us back to 1964. Now let's switch it over and take a look at somebody on the mound. And let's drop peak Billy Pierce. 1945 to 1964, Pierce was 211 and 169, 3.27 ERA with 1,999 strikeouts, a 1.26 whip, 53.4 wins above replacement, checking in at a 99 overall, 102 stuff, 74 movement, 86 control. Pretty balanced against both sides. You see only a 1 or 2 point difference in lefties and righties. Obviously, Pierce is a lefty. Fastball, curveball, slider, change-up combination with 92 stamina, and, chat, look at that exclamation point, bunt! 92 on the sack bunt. Could play a little bit of one bag for you if you get stuck in a tournament. Get Billy Pierce over at the one bag with that 30 defense. He's got it. Blue Jays fan? Darn right. Come on now. You know it. I got how many Blue Jays hats up on the wall? If you count minor league, the one on my head, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you count minor leagues. Yeah, I know. 1K short of 2,000. So peak Billy Pierce gets us back to 1945. So we're 4 cards in, and we've already made it to 1945. Thank you to those extremely long careers of Pierce, Perez, and Benito Santiago. But now, let's connect back to another card. And next up, we have peak Joe Cronan, represented here by the Boston Red Sox. 1926 to 1945, 301, 390, 469 on the slash, 170 home runs, 1,424 RBIs, 1,233 runs scored, and 66.4 wins above replacement. Cronan checks in at a 97 diamond, 73 contact, 88 gap power, 69 power, 66 eye. And 61 avoid Ks. Pretty even for the most part. You see the gap power 8 points higher versus lefties, but power overall 13 point higher against righties. Not a whole lot of speed on the card, but pretty good defense at short. 76 positional rating, 82 range, 75 errors, 78 arm, and 78 turn double play. Pretty solid card here. Again, if you happen to get your hands on one of these, you're going to be able to use him against both sides. Not going to strike out a whole heck of a lot. I don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So yes, Joe Cronan representing the Red Sox. All right, let's get our giveaway going, guys. Tonight we're giving away 2 prizes of 25,000. I said 25,000 perfect points apiece. Exclamation point ticket in the chat. By the way, chat, this is one of those, you guys know how Snaggle J loves his executive decisions. I am making an executive decision right now, unapproved, unabashed, but we're doing it. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time during the Hall of Fame special. Myself, Rich, Spore are going to be here. We're going to give away 100,000 perfect points during the stream to one person. That's right, chat. I'm calling it right now. Be here Thursday night because we're giving away 100,000 perfect points to one user during the stream. So there you go. But right now, we're giving away 2 prizes of 25,000. Get your exclamation point tickets in. We'll draw at the end of the stream, of course. So we're back now to 1926. We've got 2 more to go still. Next up, let's go back over to the pitcher side. Oh, that's the wrong way, chat. The wrong way. Let's go this way to Babe Adams. 1906 to 1926. 194 and 140 record with a 2.76 ERA, 1,036 strikeouts, and 52.2 wins above replacement. Checking in at 98 overall. We have 78 stuff, 85 movement, and 93 control. Fastball, curveball, changeup combination, 98 stamina, 80 hold runners. 36 contact as well, chat, and 31 eye. So stick him in there in those non-DH tournaments. Really interesting card. Low on the stuff. Adams again with that just over 1,000 strikeouts. How many total cards are there? There's one more after this one. One more after this one. Yeah, so interesting card here with the Babe. Super duper high control if that's your thing. If you're trying to build in the whole game, I don't have that number right off the top of my head. Yeah, but again, a little bit of lower stuff, so you're going to need pretty solid defense behind him. A little more effective against lefties, at least in the stuff department. So stuff plays a little bit better against lefties, but the movement and the control pretty even on both sides. The Babe, the Pirates represented here with the Babe. And last but not least, chat, getting us all the way back to 1890. If you missed it earlier when I accidentally ruined it, and then you're going to get your chance to see it now. Our final piece of the Generations collection, and we got to end it off with a perfect. It's 100 Connor Joe. No, I'm kidding. Not Connor Joe. Stop it. Stop with the Connor Joes in the chat. It's Kid Nichols. Kid was 362 and 208 over his career with a 2.96 ERA, 1,881 strikeouts, a 1.224 wins above replacement, and an absolutely berserk 116.1 wins above replacement, 128 stuff, 86 movement, 83 control, fastball, curveball, changeup, 99 stamina. Oh, and by the way, he can play first, left, center, right. He has 34 contact, 41 power, 41 eye, 33 sack bunt. Basically, Kid Nichols chat can do literally everything. People have been screaming for a Kid Nichols, OP Kid Nichols card for months. We do have the one Kid Nichols that I think is a 91 or a 92 overall available as a tournament reward. But this bad boy right here, 100 Kid Nichols, is available in packs. He's available in packs right now. Chat, you can get him in packs right now. So there you have it, folks. Our brand new final gigantic set of content for Perfect Team 20, the Generations collection. Brian McCann to Benito Santiago to Tony Perez to Billy Pierce to Joe Cronan to Babe Adams to Kid Nichols. There you go. There you have it. They're available in packs now. If you haven't already, guys, get in over there. Exclamation point ticket. You've got a minute left before we draw to give away two prizes of $25,000. Perfect points apiece. Go get these cards and packs. Make the 4 hours he spent getting these guys worth it. I mean, I don't think it was 4 hours. This set actually came together pretty easily. If you guys missed the OOTP podcast, which, by the way, you guys should really listen to the OOTP podcast. OOTP now, it comes out every Tuesday. I think it was last week or the week before. Rich had asked me, what some of my memories of PT in 2019 were. And I talked a lot about the Negro League set and what it meant to me and being able to see their setup at the All-Star game and stuff. But the Generations collection to me is up there just from the simple standpoint of it allows me to take these 7 guys and cover 119 years of baseball. How close was Kinsler? Kinsler was not considered because I had finalized the set before he retired. So he wasn't considered at the time. So yeah, this set allows me to spread 7 cards over 119 years. 129. Thank you for checking my math. God, Justin, I don't know what I do there, you guys. Can't wait to get called out in the YouTube comments for messing that up. But like, this set for me is a lot of fun because to dive in, I started with McCann, I started with Sabathia, I started with Tulo, but the McCann set kind of made the most sense. And obviously, the Negro League was a huge set. It was a lot of fun. But you know what? As corny and cliche as it is to say, I love every content set we do because to be the guy that, and this is not. I will preface this by saying this is not a toot my own horn thing at all. But to be the guy that every Monday night I get to come on the stream and show off the cards that I have selected based on whatever the theme was, and watching the chat scroll by, and not every card is super well received, and I get that, and we learn some things from that. But just seeing how engaged and how much fun you guys have, here on the show and with the content sets, you guys have no idea what it means to me when I see. While I don't acknowledge every single one of them because it would be impossible, while I don't always respond to that, hey, great card set, you guys have no idea what that means and how good that makes me feel, and how good it makes the team feel that you guys are enjoying what we're doing. What's the best way to discuss potential improvements for OTP 21? Just get it to us anyway. Whatever your social media preference of choices, Twitter, Facebook, right here on Twitch, make a forum post. Whatever your chosen method is, we check them all. Did I already have my birthday set? I didn't do a birthday set this year. We did something else. I was off that week. That was the Kevin Kennedy took my birthday set, basically, in a nice way. Yeah, there probably is a forum post. Thank you, Sapimi. Appreciate it. Sapimi. Sipami. How I was going to finish that thought. For as good as the... Thank you. Cool hat. I love it. For as good and as well received the content was in Perfect Team 20, and by all the majority of the feedback, you guys are very happy. With what we're doing. You guys haven't seen anything yet. If you guys like the content in Perfect Team 20, and again, yes, I am the human hype machine, but I mean this when I say it. If you guys like the content in Perfect Team 20, you guys, we're going to absolutely blow the doors off the place in March when Perfect Team 21 comes out. So that being said, guys, I'm going to leave the giveaway open for another 15 seconds. Exclamation point ticket if you haven't already. If you haven't hit the exclamation point ticket, you're missing out on your chance at 25,000 perfect points. We're going to shut the giveaway down. We're going to give some points away, and then we're going to move on with our Mondays. We got all kinds of people up in this bad boy so far. Lots of last-minute entries getting in there. 25,000 perfect points. Get yourself 25 packs. I think DJ, I think a lot of people feel the same. I think a lot of people feel the same way. It was easily my favorite. What's my favorite card that didn't make it in? I mean, I usually get my way. S2N, just type exclamation point ticket in the chat. You can see some people did it just above you there. What's my favorite card? I really don't want to tell you because I still have a list of cards that I'd like to get in. So, I mean, if I tell you, I still have a list of cards that haven't made it in the game just yet. I'm working on it. I still have some. I know it's just one. I can't think of just one. One card that I really wanted to get in. Okay, I'll do this at the same time. Yes. What card do you wish wasn't in the game but's in by popular demand? Well, we haven't caved on the Tebow yet, so that's it. All right, guys, if your name gets popped up in the chat, you've won 25,000 perfect points apiece. Make sure you DM me your username, either whisper it here on Twitch or hit me up in the Discord, and I will get you those points lickety-split. Congratulations to Lobat and Steel 1919. Lobat and Steel 1919, congratulations. You have each won 25,000 perfect points apiece. Again, Lobat, I know you know the drill. Steel, I think you might be a first-time winner. You can whisper us right here on twitch.tv/OTP Developments, or if you're in the Discord, hit me up. It's Chris, community and content developer, in the top right corner. And I will get you those points. Lickety split. I got the app open, ready to go, so hit me up, and we will get you those points. No problem. Guys, the Generations Collection, it's live. It's live. It's in-game now. We have one final content release for Perfect Team 20. It will come Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, twitch.tv/OTP Developers. Make sure you hit that follow button up at the top of the screen. It is the Call to the Hall 2020. We're most likely going to get a Derek Jeter. We've all got our fingers and toes and eyes and anything we can cross. We've got them crossed for Maple Ridge, BC's own Larry Walker. We will see. We're going to have all kinds of discussion. We're going to give away 100,000 perfect points. Be here Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/OTP Developments. If you're watching on the YouTubes, or on the Twitter, or wherever we post the archive, links in the description. If you're watching live right now, follow the channel, turn the notifications on, and we'll know. We will know. You will know when we're live. That's what I was trying to say. Guys, Generations Collection is available in packs now. Make sure you guys check it all out. Follow us all over the social media. Facebook.com/OTP Baseball, Twitter.com/OTP Baseball, and Twitter.com/OTP Perfect Team. You can also head over to the forums at forums.ootpdevelopments.com, discord.gg/OOTP. We're almost at 4,600 members on the Discord. Woo-wee! We all love the Discord. We all love everywhere, and I love each and every one of you for coming by here Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. I have been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball. Until next time, keep swinging for the fences.